Welcome to Journey 333, where it's not just about fitness, it's also about coaching and nutrition. And because we recognize that diet is 80% of the results, we better talk about it. Here we go. So, the surprising reasons why you're not losing weight. Maybe you felt like this before, where you're doing everything right, but you're just not seeing results. Well, we can help. First of all, let's get in touch with our frustrations. Maybe some of these things sound familiar. Here's the things that we say when we see the scale has us seeing red, right? We're just so frustrated, we're angry. Like, no matter what I do, it just doesn't work. I've tried everything. It's too late for me to lose weight. I'm just not meant to lose weight, like as if there's some kind of predetermined destiny for you. I'll never lose weight. You're just already defeated in your mind. Or I give up. Let's never let it come to that. Winston Churchill said, never, never, never give up. And we need to follow those words. So, the weight loss solution, let's talk about it. Let's identify the secret reasons you're not losing weight. It's time to burn fat, bust plateaus, radiate self-confidence, and look and feel better than ever. Here we go. So, reason number one, you are losing fat. You just don't realize it. See, the scale can be deceiving. Let me ask you a question. If you gain a pound of muscle and lose a pound of fat, does the scale change? Answer? Absolutely not. So you got to take measurements, other kinds of measurements to see progress, like the tape that you see here on this slide, or like your body fat, or keep an eye on how your clothing fits. You might be dropping weight in certain areas while gaining muscle tone in other areas. And what that means is you're not going to see a change on the scale. But that doesn't mean that you're not having a positive change. How about this one? You're not journaling. Would you try to balance your household budget or run a business without looking at the expenses? And if 80% of our results comes from our diet, then we need to write down what we're eating and analyze opportunities for more success. So stop playing the guessing game. You can't set a goal or track progress without a journal. Or at least you won't be setting an important goal because we need to set 80% of our goals based on our diet. So keep a daily food log of calories and macronutrients. Keep an exercise journal to track workout details and calories burned. Those are the important things that you can do. Here's the next one. Maybe you just don't understand your weight loss cycle. You see, not every one of us is on a cycle where we lose weight every 7 days. Sometimes after 8 or 9 or 10 days, suddenly you drop 2 pounds, maybe 3 pounds, maybe more. And what does that mean? Does it mean that there was a certain time, a certain day when you just suddenly dropped 3 pounds? Or does it mean that there's a cumulative effect happening in your body and then suddenly one day it shows up on the scale? So don't let the scale frustrate you. You just might be on a different weight loss cycle. So, if there's no struggle, there's no progress. You won't always lose weight. Sometimes you'll stay the same. Other times you'll gain. Later you'll lose. This is normal. The bottom line is persistence pays off. There's a lot of reasons as to why you might see even an increase on the scale. Could have been sodium in your diet, extra weight in your colon, all kinds of things. It doesn't mean, though, that you're just suddenly doing everything right but gaining more fat. Don't credit it to that. Here's a good one. Love this picture of this cat right here. You're not sleeping enough. Sleep is a pillar of health. You can be doing everything right, but without sleep, you'll never optimize your results. Studies show that a lack of sleep correlates with weight gain and obesity. So shoot for 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night. There are hormones in your body. The leptin, the fat loss hormone, goes up with good sleep. The ghrelin, the fat storage hormone, also goes up with a lack of sleep. So you see, there could even be a hormonal effect taking place in your body just because you're not sleeping enough. So the truth is, you could sleep more to lose weight. How good is that? I love this picture of this little boy right here. He's like, yay, pizza! How about this one? Are you cheating too much? Sometimes we're like, it's just a little cheat. I'll just have a little bit of that. And that has a compound effect. Sometimes we can't get away with any cheats early on in our diet. We're trying to reverse a metabolism that has already been put into the gutter because of excessive cheats. So when you're suffering from metabolic syndrome, which is a low metabolism, it's elevated blood pressures, elevated blood sugars, elevated cholesterols, elevated waist circumference, one or more of these characteristics. Most cheat meals, like pizza, are loaded with carbs, and if you're having things like beer, wine, pizza, bread, desserts, they can all impact your weight. And you just can't get away with some of the cheats that maybe your younger counterparts can. So write it down, and if you're seeing cheats and not seeing weight loss, you need to get rid of the cheats. How about this? You don't know the truth about nuts. Maybe you're a little nutty. You see, not all nuts are created equal. Many are coated with salt and sugar, increase in sodium and caloric intake. A handful of nuts is very calorie dense. It's up to 170 calories and 7 carbs. On a low carb diet, 7 carbs can be a lot. Small serving sizes add up quick, and let's be honest, how many people have just a little handful? Just like that small quarter cup serving size that fits in the palm of your hand, or do we have multiple hands full? Of course. So, try to stick to 1.5 servings of low calorie plain nuts at the maximum. Okay, here's the next one. Maybe you're taking too many supplements. Yes, supplements are great. They're quick, they're easy, they're on the go. But it's not real food. You burn less calories digesting supplements than whole foods. Supplements can have a negative impact on the metabolism. And why? Because they don't rev it up like whole foods do. Many are loaded with sugar, artificial ingredients, and empty calories. So you don't need all that. It would be so much better if we were having broccoli over bars, right? If we were having real animal protein over protein shakes. Very important for our metabolism. How about this? Could be that dairy is destroying you. Move away from dairy. A single serving of dairy contains 3 to 12 carbs. On a low-carb diet, that's not a good thing. Dairy protein is also converted into carbs more easily than any other protein. That has to do with its amino acid composition. Finally, many dairy products are high in saturated fat and cholesterol, so they can add up quickly as well, much like the nuts because they're so calorie dense. How about this one? Are you forgetting the water weight? Are you forgetting when you step on the scale how you've increased your water intake, how your body is about 75% water, and finally, because you started drinking water, it's more hydrated than ever? And hydration is not a bad thing. It's good for your skin. It's good for your cognitive functions. It's good for your joints. Everything. It has so many benefits. It regulates your body temperature, helps with your heart, so flushes toxins out of your system. But if you had even just a teaspoon of extra salt the night before, you can store an extra 2 pounds of water. Not to mention, you could have been walking around dehydrated before you started your diet, your new way of life. That's what I like to call it, instead of diet. And now you're walking around hydrated, which means that we're going to have to stay at a hydrated level for a period of a few weeks so that we can start to see weight loss. So on a low-carb diet, carbs lead to increased glycogen storage. With every molecule of glycogen comes 3 molecules of water. That means that you are actually storing water weight as your muscles adapt to the strenuous exercise because you are storing more energy in your muscles. So glycogen energy reserves can weigh 3 to 4 pounds, and that's because of the amount of water that they take with them. And here's one. If you're a woman and you are a premenopausal woman still having that time of the month, then women can hold up to an extra 3 pounds of water weight during certain times of the month. So ladies, I know that these are just facts of life that we all have to deal with, but if it's that time and you feel like you've gained weight, relax. It's just water weight. It's normal to experience water weight shifts of up to 2 pounds daily, and that just comes from hydration and dehydration and the salts that we have in our foods and foods that we're eating, because foods have a lot of water in them as well. So, these are the surprising reasons that you're not losing weight. Think about the ones that may have applied to you. Don't look for the ones that don't connect with you. Look for the ones that do. And then realize, take comfort in the fact that there is a solution, there is an answer. And just stay the course, because if you never, never, never give up, you will succeed. Thanks for tuning in. And again, remember, at Journey 333, we care about your mind, your body, and spirit. We offer fitness, coaching, and nutrition. And finally, we care whether you are just trying to grow bolder and not older. Those are our retired folks that we love so much. Also, our working professionals trying to get their sexy back, trying to look as good at 40 as you did in your 20s. And we also care about our adventure obstacle course racer. And that is the story of the three